Hi everybody, in this video we are going to discuss or continue the life cycle of Plasmodium vivax. Life cycle of Plasmodium vivax. In the previous video we studied how the asexual reproduction is taking place in the human beings. How the Plasmodium is undergoing asexual reproduction in the human beings. And we already studied in that the gametocytes are formed, okay, that gametocytes are formed in the humans, okay, in the human blood. What are present? Gametocytes. And we said these gametocytes can be of what? Micro gametocytes or macro gametocytes. These macro gametocytes will be changing into what? Male gametocytes or otherwise male gametes, okay, male gametes. Formation of these gametes will be taking place now in the mosquito. So I'm just giving you the information what happens to these gametes. But here gametocytes are formed in what? In the human beings. Asexual through asexual reproduction. So micro and macro. Micro will lead to what? And macro will lead to what we are going to discuss now in the female Anopheles mosquito. But otherwise, to make it very simple, let us say that micro gametocytes will be changing into male gametes and macro gametocytes will be changing into female gametes. That will be taking place now in the mosquito. That is which mosquito? Female Anopheles mosquito. So this is what we studied in the previous video. Now we are going to study about the sexual. Okay, we are going to discuss about the sexual life cycle. Okay, sexual life cycle that is taking place in the mosquito. So that's why this is also called as what? Sporogony, which is also called as sporogony. Okay, sporogony. In which one it is taking place? In the female Anopheles mosquito. Okay, so let us make it now the sexual cycle. Okay, sexual life cycle or otherwise called as what? Sporogony. Okay, sexual life cycle of sporogony we are going to discuss. Okay, we are going to discuss about the sexual cycle of sporogony. So we will study now about the sexual cycle or otherwise in simple we call it as mosquito phase. Please remember the mosquito, female Anopheles mosquito. Okay, mosquito phase. This is also called as mosquito phase or otherwise in simple we call it as what? Sporogony. Okay, it is sporogony in female Anopheles mosquito it is called as, okay, or otherwise it is also called as Ross cycle. Okay, it is also called as Ross cycle. Please remember this. Okay, it is also called as Ross cycle. So here now we are going to now discuss how this sexual cycle is taking place in the female Anopheles mosquito. Female Anopheles mosquito. Now when a female Anopheles mosquito comes and bites a person who is infected with malaria, this mosquito, when it is sucking the blood, okay, when it is sucking the blood of that particular patient suffering with malaria, it will be sucking now the microgametocytes and macrogametocytes. Please remember. So what is being taken inside into the body of the mosquito now from an infected person? They are what? The microgametocytes. Okay, microgametocytes and macrogametocytes will be taken by the blood, by the mosquito. Okay, by the mosquito. These two are taken up by the mosquito when it is sucking the blood of that patient. So now we already said that microgametocytes will be forming as what? Male gametocytes or otherwise male gametes. They will be giving rise to male gametes. Macrogametocytes, otherwise called as what? Male gametocytes, or they are the ones, female gametocytes, which will be giving rise to the female gametes now. So how that is taking place, we are going to discuss now. So these two are now taken into the body of the female Anopheles mosquito. Female Anopheles mosquito. Now these two that are there in the female Anopheles mosquito, immediately they will be reaching to the crop, or let us say into the stomach of the mosquito, to the crop of the mosquito, or otherwise we can say stomach of the mosquito. So as soon as these microgametocytes and macrogametocytes are taken into the stomach of the mosquito, please remember one point, very important point, is that it is only these gametocytes, okay, it is only these gametocyte stage of the malarial parasite, that is Plasmodium vivax, is resistant to the enzymes that are produced in the stomach of the mosquito. Please remember, this is the only stage of the Plasmodium vivax which is resistant to the enzymes that is produced in the stomach of the mosquito. Please remember. So this stage of the Plasmodium vivax is resistant to what? The enzymes produced in the stomach of the mosquito. So you have to remember that. So now, as soon as these gametocytes are taken inside, into the stomach of the mosquito, there these gametocytes will be undergoing the changes. So we will discuss these changes. What are those changes that are taking place stepwise in the sexual cycle? Okay, in the sexual cycle. Okay. Now the mosquito phase consists of different stages. Okay, different stages. The first stage is gametogony. Okay, the first stage is gametogony. Okay, the first stage is called as the gametogony. And here the second one. Okay, the second one, when we talk about the gametogony, we will be discussing about what the gametes, how they are fusing and all. Okay, how they are fusing and all. So the second one will be what? The fertilization. Okay, second one is the fertilization. Okay, second stage is fertilization, and the third one is formation of ookinete. Okay, formation of ookinete. Okay, ookinete, and also oocyst. Okay, and also oocyst. Okay, and the fourth one, the last one in this mosquito phase is the sporogony. Okay, sporogony. So these are the four different types of or stages under which the mosquito phase will be completed, or otherwise what? Sexual cycle will be completed. Sexual cycle will be completed with the sporogony. So first one we will discuss. Okay, the first one is what? Gametogony. Okay, first one is the gametogony. So what do you mean by the word gametogony now? Gametogony means formation of male and female gametes from the gametocytes. Formation of male and female gametes from the gametocytes is called as what? Gametogony. Means what? Here we said gametocytes are there. Okay, gametocytes. So we already said gametocytes are micro and macro. So formation of male gametes and female gametes from the gametocytes is called as gametogony. Where this process occurs, this process of gametogony, okay, formation of the male and female gametes, will be taking place in the lumen, okay, of the crop of mosquito. Okay, lumen of the crop of mosquito, this process will be taking place. So you have to remember, in the lumen, okay, lumen of the crop of mosquito, what is taking place? Gametogony is taking place. Gametogony is taking place. So now we will see how the male gametes are formed. Okay, how the male gametes are formed from the male gametocytes. Okay, male gametocytes, which we said as microgametocytes. Okay, that are carried from where? From the blood of an infected person into the body of the mosquito. So once the gametocytes enter into the body of the mosquito, there they form as the male gametes and female gametes, and they involve in fusion, means fertilization. So here, let us say that this is the microgametocyte. Okay, microgametocyte. Okay, microgametocyte, which will be developing into what? Male gamete. Okay, which will be developing into male gamete. So this microgametocyte, as it starts developing, so this microgametocyte develops. Okay, as it develops, now please look at this diagram carefully. Now the cytoplasm of this microgametocyte will be pushed towards the periphery. Means all the cytoplasm will be pushed towards the periphery, and it forms as 8 flagellae. Okay, it forms as 8 flagellae. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Approximately 8 flagellae will be formed from the microgametocyte. So into these 8 flagellae, the cytoplasm will be pushed. Okay, the cytoplasm will be pushed into this, and even the nucleus. Okay, even the nucleus will be dividing and it will enter into each of these flagellae. Each of these flagellae, the nucleus will be entering after its division. After its division, the nucleus undergoes division and enters into this flagellae. After which, now once this it is forming as whip-like or flagella-like structures from one microgametocyte. Now these flagellae will be showing lashing movement. Okay, they will be showing lashing movement and they will get detached from each other. Okay, so they are all like this present now. All these flagella will be present as independent ones. So the process of separation of these flagellae from one another will be called as what? Exflagellate. Please remember this word, exflagellate. Okay, the process of separation of these flagella, okay, flagella-like structures from the formed from the microgametocyte is called as what? Exflagellate. They get separated from each other. That separation is called as what? Exflagellate. Now this is how the male gametes are formed. This is how the male gametes are formed. Okay, this is how the male gametes. Now we will look at the macrogametocyte or male gametocyte, which will be forming as what? Male gametes. Where this process is taking place, we said we should remember that it is taking place in the lumen of the crop of a mosquito. Now the male macrogametocyte, which will develop into female gamete. Now one of the macrogametocyte or female gametocyte undergoes development and it will transfer into a female gamete. Directly, macrogametocyte is undergoing some changes and it is transferred into a female gamete. And as it is transferred into a female gamete, here the nucleus, okay, and the cytoplasm of this female gamete will be pushed towards the periphery. To one corner it will be pushed. Please remember that the cytoplasm and the nucleus will be pushed towards the periphery. Completely it will be moving towards one region, and here it forms as a receptive cone. Means here, as this complete cytoplasm comes here, and even the nucleus also will be present here only. The cytoplasm and the nucleus are present at one point of the cell to form as what? The receptive cone. To form as the receptive cone. So remember how the female gamete is formed. From one of the macrogametocyte will develop into a female gamete. As it is developing, the cytoplasm of this gametocyte will move towards the periphery along with the nucleus. Forming as a receptive cone. Just as elongated cone protruding outside, it will be formed as the receptive cone. So here, like this, the female gamete will be formed. Now we understood the process of gametogony. Means what? Formation of male and female gametes. Okay, formation of male and female gametes taking place in the lumen of the crop of the mosquito. Now the next one is fertilization. Okay, the second stage in sexual cycle is fertilization. How the fertilization will be taking place? Here we understood now that there are male gametes and female gametes. Okay, male gametes and female gametes there. So one of the male gamete, okay, which is separated from the microgametocyte, okay, by a process called as what? Exflagellate, we said. So one of the male gamete goes and fuses with the female gamete. Okay, fuses with the female gamete. So here what we are saying, the male gamete, fuses with the female gamete. Okay, male gamete fuses with the female gamete. So what will be formed here? The zygote will be formed. So this process, what we call it as? We are calling it as the fertilization. Male gamete fuses with the female gamete to form the zygote. And now, if you are seeing there clearly, we should try to understand how this is changing into. Now, here the male gamete, if you are seeing, the male gamete, it is different from what? The female gamete. Now the male gamete, and the female gamete, when they are of when they are dissimilar, okay, when they are dissimilar, what is the word that we have to keep in mind? When the male gamete and the female gamete are dissimilar, we can use one word called as what? Anisogamy. Please remember this word, anisogamy. When the male and female gametes are dissimilar, it is called as what? Anisogamy. And here what we are seeing, there is the fusion of the pronucleus and cytoplasm of two cells. Fusion of pronucleus and cytoplasm of two cells means of which one? The male gamete and the female gamete pronucleus is fusing along with its cytoplasm. So that's why this can also be called, it is forming as what, or this can be called as what? Synkaryon. Okay, it is also called as synkaryon. It is because, what do you mean by the word synkaryon here? Synkaryon means it is the fusion of pronucleus and cytoplasm which will leads to synkaryon. So here 2 points we have to remember. The gametes are dissimilar, anisogamy, and fusion of pronucleus and cytoplasm which is forming as what? Synkaryon. Okay, synkaryon. So these are the points which we should keep in mind when we talk about fertilization. Now the third stage is the formation of the ookinete. Okay, formation of ookinete. Okay, formation of ookinete and oocyst okay, oocyst. Now if you are looking at this, okay, here how this ookinete and oocyst are formed, we are going to discuss under this third step or third stage. Now what we said, fertilization occurred and it has led to what? Zygote is formed. Okay, it has led to the zygote. Now the zygote is formed and it is in what shape means, please remember it is in spherical shape. Okay, it is just like a round shape. Okay, zygote is round in shape, that is formed by the fusion of male gamete and the female gamete. Now this zygote, okay, this zygote now slowly transforms, okay, slowly transforms into a slender, okay, it transforms in this stage. The zygote, okay, the zygote slowly changes or transforms into a slender motile vermiform structure, slender motile vermiform structure called as ookinete. Okay, it will change into a slender vermiform motile structure called as ookinete. And just to form ookinete, it may be taking about 18 to 24 hours. Okay, please remember this. It will take 18 to 24 hours for the zygote to change into what? Ookinete. It is long, slender, motile and vermiform structure. So it is simply, it may be present like this. Okay, this is long, slender and vermiform structure which is called as what? Ookinete. This is nothing but formed from what? Zygote. How much time it is taking? It may take about 18 to 24 hours. Where this process is taking place? It is taking place in the lumen. Okay, in the lumen of the mosquito. Okay, crop of the mosquito. Okay, so you have to remember that. Okay, lumen, it is taking place in the lumen of crop of mosquito. And now right after this ookinete is formed, please remember it is there in the lumen. We are stressing that word lumen. So now immediately this ookinete now pierces the walls of the stomach. Now this is the stomach wall. Please remember this is the stomach wall which we are seeing. Okay, this is the stomach wall. So now this is the ookinete. Okay, ookinete. Now this ookinete is piercing the walls of the stomach wall. Means what? It is moving from the lumen. Okay, from the lumen into the walls of the stomach. And it pierces the walls of the stomach and comes to the basement membrane. It is moving to the basement membrane. It comes onto the base of the or surface of the stomach wall cells. Now it is completely piercing, came onto the surface of the stomach wall cells. After coming there, it produces a cyst wall. It produces a cyst wall. And as it produces the cyst wall, okay, now the ookinete is now producing what? A cyst wall to protect itself. So once the ookinete produces the cyst wall, now we will be calling it as what? Oocyst. Please remember. Now ookinete, it is transformed like this. This is the ookinete we are saying. This ookinete has secreted a wall around it. So this wall we are calling it as what? Cyst wall. Okay, cyst wall. So ookinete is covered or enclosed by the cyst wall. So when ookinete is covered by the cyst wall, we are calling this structure as what? Oocyst. We are calling this as the oocyst. Now that's how the oocyst is formed on the surface of the stomach wall cells. On the surface of the stomach wall cells. This is how it will be taking place. And please remember, there will be more than 50 to 500. There will be more than 50 to 500 oocysts. 50 to 500 oocysts present on the walls of the stomach, okay, of the mosquito. There will be 50 to 500 oocysts present on the wall of the stomach of the mosquito, okay, on the stomach wall of the mosquito. This is another one we have to keep in mind, okay. 50 to 500 oocysts are present on the stomach wall of the mosquito, okay. So this is how the formation of ookinete and oocyst are taking place, okay. Ookinete and oocyst is taking place. And the next one is, the last one is the sporogony, okay. The last one is the sporogony. So here, what do you mean by the word sporogony? Formation of sporozoids, okay. Formation of sporozoids from the oocyst, okay. Formation of sporozoids from the oocyst, okay. From the oocyst, what is formed now? The sporozoids, okay. Formation of oocyst from the sporozoid, okay. Sorry, formation of sporozoid. Formation of sporozoid from the oocyst is called as sporogony, okay. Is called as sporogony. So now here, if this is the oocyst, okay, let us say that this is the oocyst, here is the oocyst. So we said that there can be 50 to 500 oocysts present on the surface of the stomach wall of the mosquito. Now what is happening with that oocyst, we are going to see. We are picking up one oocyst to understand what is happening in the oocyst now. So here is the nucleus, okay. Here is the nucleus, which is this, we can call it as the oocyst now, okay. This is the wall, okay. This is the cyst wall, okay. This is the cyst wall, okay. And this we are calling it as what? Oocyst. Now it is having what now? It is having its nucleus, okay. Nucleus. Now please follow it carefully. This nucleus, first it will undergo meiosis. It will undergo meiosis, okay. First it is undergoing meiosis, and then it starts undergoing, followed by the mitotic division, mitosis. So you have to remember, the nucleus of the oocyst first undergoes meiosis, also called as what? Reductional division. Then followed by what? Mitosis, okay. Then followed by mitosis. So please keep this in mind. This is the oocyst. The nucleus is undergoing what? First meiosis, then followed by mitosis, and producing many number of nucleus within one cell. So when this nucleus undergoes meiosis and mitosis, it will be having how many now? There will be many, okay. There will be many nucleus that are present here now, okay. There are many nucleus that are present within one oocyst now. So now all these nucleus are now slowly, they are surrounded by the cytoplasm. They are surrounded by the cytoplasm. Each nucleus will be surrounded by the cytoplasm now. They are surrounded by the cytoplasm, okay. And they will be forming as what now? Each one, once it is surrounded by the cytoplasm, each one will develop into a sporozoid. Each one will be developing into a sporozoid. So here, now all these are now changing into what? Once they are surrounded by the cytoplasm, they will be changing into a sporozoid. They will be changing into a sporozoid. So when a oocyst is having many sporozoids, please remember, the nucleus is, there are many nucleus, and around each nucleus there is the cytoplasm that is surrounded, and each of that will be behaving or will be called as what now? The sporozoid. So let us call, like this is 1, 2, 3, like that. There are many of these. So each one will be called as what now? The sporozoid. So now the oocyst is completely filled with what? The oocyst is completely filled with what? The sporozoids. So when a oocyst is completely filled with the sporozoid, this structure now can be called as sporocyst. It will be called as sporocyst. So what do you mean by sporocyst? An oocyst consisting of many sporozoid. An oocyst consisting of many sporozoid is called as the sporozoid, sporocyst. Okay, sporocyst. So these are many sporozoids that are there now. Now, once these sporozoids are formed, okay, sporozoids are formed in this spore. This will be called as what? Sporocyst now, because it is contained in the sporozoids. Now, this sporocyst, okay, at a certain time, it will get ruptured. It will get ruptured. When it gets ruptured, okay, when it gets ruptured, please remember, more than 10,000, okay, more than 10,000 sporozoids will be released from one sporocyst. More than 10,000 sporozoids will be released from one sporocyst. So all these 10,000 sporozoids, we know the shape of now these sporozoids. The shape of these sporozoids will be sickle shape. Okay, it will be sickle shape. Okay, it will be sickle shape. Okay, sickle shape. Each sporozoid, what is the shape? Sickle shape. So more than 10,000 sporozoids will be released from each sporocyst. Each sporocyst. So once they are released, these sporozoids will be reaching to main organisms. Main glands are salivary glands. All these most of the sporozoids will be reaching to the salivary glands of the mosquito. And please remember, it is these sporozoids will not be present only in the salivary glands of the mosquito. They, through the blood of the mosquito, these sporozoids can also reach to different organs of the mosquito. Different organs of the mosquito will also be having what? Sporozoids. Okay, will also be having the sporozoids. So once these sporozoids reaches to the salivary glands of the mosquito, there they reside. And now this female Anopheles mosquito is consisting of what now? Sporozoids. So we already said and stressing that sporozoids are what? Infective stage of the plasmodium. Okay, infective stage of plasmodium. So when a female Anopheles mosquito comes and bites a healthy person, okay, it releases along with its saliva, it releases these sporozoids into the blood of the healthy person. And from then on, again, what cycle will be taking place in the human beings? Asexual cycle will be taking place. So these points we have to keep in mind when we talk about the sporogony, the last stage of the sexual cycle or mosquito phase that is taking place inside the mosquito. Okay, inside the mosquito. So these are the points that we have to keep in mind when we talk about the sporogony. Sporogony. So the sexual cycle that is taking place in the mosquito will be completed in about 10 to 20 days. Please remember this. It will be completed in about 10 to 20 days. So sexual cycle in mosquito, okay, will be taking place, or it will be completed in about 10 to 20 days. 10 to 20 days it will be taking place. So in this video we discussed about the sexual cycle that is taking place in the female Anopheles mosquito, where this is taking place in the crop of the lumen of the mosquito, means in the stomach of the mosquito. Now if you are seeing here, we started with the first one called as what? Gametogony. Formation of male gametes and female gametes. Male gametes and female gametes are formed from what? From the microgametocyte, where the male gametes will be formed. Macrogametocyte will be changing or transferred into the female gamete. Now here, formation of male gamete, what we said, one of the microgametocyte is producing flagella-like structures, okay, flagella-like structures into which all the cytoplasm that is there is pushed, okay, into the microgametocyte. So these flagella will get separated from each other, and each one is having the nucleus. There is only one nucleus. That nucleus divided and entered into all these flagella, and from one microgametocyte there will be 8 flagella-like structures. 8 flagella-like structures that are formed, and all these with the lashing movement they will get separated from each other and behaves as, each one will behave as male gamete. So one of the male gamete will fuse with the female gamete. Now this is how the male gamete is formed. Female gamete, how it is formed? Directly, one macrogametocyte develops and undergoes changes, transforms and behaves as one of the female gamete. Directly it is behaving as the female gamete. But here what is happening is, here also in the macrogametocyte which is behaving as the female gamete, the cytoplasm will be pushed towards the periphery, to one side, towards the margin and towards one corner, where it will be forming as what? The receptive cone. Receptive cone. And into that receptive cone, what is brought? Cytoplasm, and also this nucleus will be moving into this, the receptive cone. And once this is now behaves as what? The female gamete. Now this female gamete will fuses with the male gamete, that is appearing like what? Flagella, which got separated, and we called it as what? Separation of these flagella like structures from the male, behaving as male gametes is called as what? X-flagellate, we call it as, okay, X-flagellate. So here we understood the first one, gametogony, how the male gametes are formed, how the female gametes are formed, okay. And now the second one is fertilization, fusion of male gamete and female gamete. Male gamete is formed from the microgamete, female gamete is formed from the macrogamete. And now when they fuse together, what is formed? Zygote is formed. Zygote is formed. But if you are seeing here, for the fusion, we have said that there is fusion of pronucleus and cytoplasm, and it is forming as what? Synkaryon. Please remember the word synkaryon. And here the nucleus which are fused together, or the cells which are fused together, the male gamete which is here represented as microgamete is small, and the female gamete is large in size. They are dissimilar in size. So that's why we have used what? Anisogamy we have used. And remember those two words, synkaryon and anisogamy. Now they fused and formed as zygote, which is spherical in shape, round in shape. And this zygote slowly transfers into a slender, motile, vermiform structure called as what? Ookinete. It is forming as ookinete. So it is forming as what? Ookinete, or otherwise we are calling it as what? Ookinete zygote, because the zygote only, it is becoming long, slender, motile, vermiform structure called as what? Ookinete. And for this transformation, how much time it can take? It is taking about 18 hours to 24 hours. It will take 18 hours to 24 hours for its transformation. It will be taking 18 hours to 24 hours it may be taking time, okay, and it is changing into ookinete. Now it cannot stay in the stomach, lumen of the stomach, because what we said, gametocytes are the only ones which are having the resistance against the digestive enzymes present in the stomach of the mosquito. So that's why immediately as it is taking place, this ookinete pierces the walls of the stomach and now moves onto the surface of the stomach wall, forming again into a spherical shape, and covered with, it is secreting a wall called as now cyst. So it is covered. Now the ookinete is covered with the cyst wall. Once the ookinete is covered with the cyst wall, we are calling it as what? Oocyst. We are calling it as the oocyst. This type of oocyst, there will be more than about 50 to 500 oocysts will be present on the stomach wall. 50 to 500 oocysts will be present on the wall of the stomach here, like these structures. We are only seeing one structure, how that transformation is taking place. So like these structures, there will be 50 to 500 will be there. Now each oocyst is having its own nucleus. This is the nucleus, and now this nucleus first undergoes what? Reductional division, means meiosis, followed by mitosis. Repeated mitosis will be taking place. Please remember, meiosis will be taking place, then repeated mitotic division will be taking place to form many nuclei. Okay, to form many nuclei. So one oocyst will be having many nuclei, and each nuclei is surrounded by the cytoplasm, and now it is slowly forming as what? The sporozoids. It is forming as the sporozoids. So till here we got it as what? Formation of ookinete and oocyst. Formation of ookinete and oocyst. After which now we are seeing now formation of the sporozoid. Okay, sporozoid. Now that nucleus surrounded by the cytoplasm now behaves as what? The sporozoid. So one oocyst will contain many sporozoites, will be containing many sporozoites. And all these sporozoites, when they are present in one oocyst, that oocyst now will be called as what? Sporocyst. Okay, that oocyst now it is having many. Okay, let us say that these are all that are sporozoites. Okay, these are all the sporozoites. Actually, it is called as what? Oocyst. But now this will be called as what? Sporocyst. Okay, it is consisting of what now? The sporozoites. This is consisting of the sporozoites. So it is called as the sporocyst. Otherwise, this is nothing but what? Oocyst. But just because formation of sporozoites in the oocyst, this structure which is actually called as oocyst is now called as sporocyst. Now it is containing many sporozoites. Now each sporocyst when it ruptures, it is releasing many of the sporozoites. Many of the sporozoites are released. These sporozoites now they travel into the salivary glands. Okay, and ready to infect a healthy person. Now these sporozoites will be released and they enter into the salivary glands. Please make note of another point, that these sporozoites will not be present only in the salivary glands of the mosquito. They are also present in other organs of the mosquito. But here it is from the salivary glands. As the mosquito bites us, along with its saliva, it is injecting these sporozoites into our body. And please remember, already we studied, with one bite of this female Anopheles mosquito, it can release 2000 sporozoites into the blood of the healthy individual, healthy person. So this is how the sporozoites are entering into the salivary glands and ready to infect a healthy person. And all these complete this cycle, we are calling it as what? Sexual cycle. Okay, we are calling it as sexual cycle, or otherwise we are calling it as what? Mosquito phase, which is taking about how many days? It will be taking about 18 to 24 or 20 days. Okay, it is taking 18 to 20 days to complete this cycle. It is taking the 10 to 20 days to complete this cycle. It is taking 10 to 20 days to complete this sexual cycle in mosquito. So these are all the points that we have to keep in mind when we are discussing about the life cycle of Plasmodium vivax, which is very important for your objective. Okay, for your objective, for NEET based, this part is very important. So please keep all these points in your mind. Thank you so much, and we will meet in the next video. Thank you.